Hello, and welcome again to another edition of Astronomy Spotlight. My name is Kirk Rosberg. I'm the planetarium coordinator here at the Hastings Museum, and this is Astronomy Spotlight for August. We're looking at our planetarium sky mid-August, basically late night of August 12th, early morning, August 13th, because it is the peak of the Perseid meteor shower. Let me show you Perseus right there, who is getting a little bit higher in the sky. I've set the sky up for about 2:30 in the morning. Technically, it would be August 13th. And the radiant point, the point which you could trace back all the meteors in the Perseid meteor shower, they would actually come from near the head of Perseus. And there's the figure of Perseus right there. So near the top of the constellation is where all of the Perseid meteors could be traced back to. Now that doesn't necessarily mean they are all going to be coming right from, or at least visible from that point. That is actually not the case at all. One problem with the peak of the Perseid meteor shower, at least observing it this year, and that is the fact that it is a nearly full moon. Let me zoom in. Right there. Yes, the moon is less than a day past full. It's pretty much full moon right there. So that's going to get in the way. So instead of seeing 50, maybe 100 meteors per hour, which has always been very overly optimistic, I think, you might see 10 meteors per hour, somewhere in there. But they will be fairly bright, because if you can see them with the glare of the practically full moon, they will have to be pretty bright. So you might actually want to go out on the late evening of August 8th, early morning August 9th, after the moon has set. And at that point, you might actually see more meteors than on the late 12th, early morning of the 13th. For the Perseid meteor shower is going to be after midnight, really the early morning of August 13th, between around maybe 2 and about 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, on August 14th, I've reset the sky for the evening of August 14th, about 11 p.m. Central Time, because Saturn, the ringed planet Saturn, is at opposition. Turn on my label. There we go. Saturn is in the southeast. It rises at sunset and sets at sunrise because it is at opposition on August 14th. I'm going to zoom in here on Saturn, which will take a minute. Should be easy to pick out Saturn in the southeast before midnight, because it will be at its brightest, shining at magnitude 0.3, which is actually slightly brighter than its average opposition magnitude. So it's going to appear bright and yellow. Should be, again, easy to pick out. Opposition means that Saturn will be at its closest to the Earth and on the opposite side of the sun in the sky as seen from the Earth. Kind of like the full moon. There we go. Also, of course, it is a good time to look for the brightest planet you can see, at least right now, in the evening sky, and that is the planet Jupiter. Jupiter will be in the eastern sky before midnight. And there we go. You see the E right over there, kind of in the upper left of this image. Jupiter is that bright point of light near the moon. That bright spot is the moon, which of course will be waning on August 14th. All right, finally, I have reset the sky for August 19th in the morning. If you get up early in the morning before the sun, you can see, once again, the moon. Mars Mars, and the Pleiades star cluster in Taurus the Bull, all in one binocular field of view. Turn on my labels. All right, so you've got the moon, easy to pick out. The Pleiades star cluster will be above the moon, just above the moon. Right there, 6 or 7 stars. Most people can see just 6 stars of the Pleiades. So you will see them, you will see the moon, and you will see Mars below the moon. To the lower left, just a bit left of Mars, is another bright red object, and that is the star Aldebaran in the head of Taurus the Bull. That V-shaped cluster called the Hyades is the head of Taurus the Bull. The Pleiades actually ride on the back of the bull. We turn on Taurus here so you can see how that looks. There are the lines. And here's the art. All right. So on the morning before the sun comes up, August 19th, you will see in one binocular field of view, with a pair of binoculars, certainly with your unaided eyes, the moon, Mars, and the Pleiades will look very close together. All right, you can see Orion to the lower left of Taurus the Bull. Let's see, let me turn on Orion, the hunter. There he is. Orion has 2 bright and colorful stars. One is Betelgeuse, I guess it would be the right shoulder of Orion, bright red star. And on the lower right, the left leg of Orion, there is a bright blue-white star called Rigel. So you've got 3 bright red objects in a line, essentially, starting from the moon. Below the moon, you've got Mars. Next to that, you've got Aldebaran and Taurus the Bull. And further east, you have Betelgeuse, the shoulder of Orion the hunter. That is Astronomy Spotlight for August. Join us again next month for another edition of Astronomy Spotlight. Thank you for watching.